Yeah. My granny called, she said, Travis, you work too hard, don't worry, you forget about.
Welcome back, guys. And I know things have been pretty light lately, as I haven't been making much videos, except for that Invincible game, but things have just been not going on. It's been a very light month, but I thought since we're nearing the release of Fantastic Four First Steps, I've been planning to do this for a while now. Let's just finally go back in time and revisit the old Fantastic Four movies, starting with this one, Fantastic Four 2005. And yes, I'm going to do all of them, but not in the same video because I can't find a good thumbnail to put all the videos in. Besides, consistency has been pretty light, so instead of just giving you guys one video, I'd rather just give you a couple videos. So expect Silver Surfer and Fant4Fuck 2015 to get their own video too. And I'm not reviewing the old 90s movie that was never released. I've never seen that, and yet it looks kind of weird. I don't know, it gives me kind of porn vibes. Like, nah, I'm good. So we're just going to start with this one. And I actually really like this one. And in my opinion, this one is just as good as X-Men 1. It came out through a time where superhero movies were pretty niche. They weren't the spearhead of entertainment like they are today. But this one was actually pretty good for its time. And actually still pretty cool now. Yeah, it's cheesy, but 20th Century Fox always had their superhero movies be the cheesiest. Like if you watch X-Men 1, or any of the early movies really for X-Men, and this too, yeah, they both got the same amount of cheese. But this one may be a little bit cheesier, but it's all right. You can come out of this movie at the theater in 2005 and either be very entertained and had a great time, or you're just very confused and have a weird look on your face. But it's still a fun comic book adventure. And to this day, this is still the most accurate, good-looking Fantastic Four cast we ever gotten in a movie. I'm looking forward to seeing the new one, but for decades, it was this one. Ewan Gruffudd as Mr. Fantastic Reed Richards, Jessica Alba as Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, Human Torch, and Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm, The Thing. And they were all pretty solid. They felt like good friends. They had their good abilities. They worked good together. I loved their funny banter. They felt like an actual first family, and I actually did like that, cheese and all. But in true Fox fashion, the writing was not at all it cracked up to be. You could tell in these diabolical ass lines.
I like you, Reed. After all, we're both doctors.
What the marketing guys gave me. Look, check it out. Listen. You love this.
It's clobbering time!
It's catchy, right?
You think fate turned us into gods so we could refuse these gifts?
Victor, you always thought you were a god. Now back off.
Jessica Alba, what was that? I felt like I was watching Bring It On for a moment. But it's not all cheese. This movie did actually have some cool scenes with pretty cool special effects and some pretty crazy action scenes. Like, I like the scene where they get their powers in the Cosmic Storm. That was handled pretty well. It properly shows the three phases. Them learning about their abilities, them using their abilities, and then them testing their abilities and learning to become a team with all together. Like Johnny says, he's the one who's always like, I'm all for this. I love being Human Torch. What if we were given these powers for a reason? And Ben's the one who's like, oh, my power is a curse. Like, I'm deformed. I'm never going to be able to have a life anymore until he meets the blind chick. And Reed and Sue, I think Reed is the one who he's like the most interested in his powers, because he's like, this could be very fascinating to break down, and who knows why we have these powers. And Sue wants no part of this because Sue's a girl and she just wants normal life. And I love their suits. I thought that was so clean. I thought it was kind of weird to have the 4 logo on the left side of the suit instead of being in the middle, but hey, it grew on me because it was so sleek looking. I like how this movie also takes the time in the intro to show us all 4 members and what their personalities are like, and establish the relationships, their friendships, and all their past conflicts. But I think it's downright stupid for this movie to have Sue Storm and Victor Von Doom be a couple in the beginning, downright to the marriage proposals happening. But that immediately gets shot down. But like, I thought that was kind of dumb because those characters are never romantically interconnected like that. So I just thought that was a stupid ass, lazy ass move that never went anywhere. I just thought it was just something to make Reed jealous, and yet Reed didn't seem like he gave a fuck. Chris Evans as a Human Torch, I thought that was a really good cast because in the early 2000s he was always in those like rom-com comedies, and he was always playing like a hothead wise guy, and I thought that it fit the role really well when it came to Human Torch, Johnny Storm, because I thought he played it off really good. It is pretty unclear what Johnny does as a profession. Like, we see him go to a motocross, we see him making out with a hot chick while he's riding his motorcycle, while she's in the car, and also you see the ultimate snowboarding promo ever when he uses his powers for the first time. But this movie doesn't explain, like, what does he do? Why is he smart? Why was he in this line of work for NASA? Is it just because his sister Susan got him the job? Like, it would show their core personalities, but doesn't really show why and how they're here, unless you're a comic reader, which most people weren't in the year of 2005. So what we do get seen is very vague and one-dimensional, which makes this movie feel one-dimensional to newcomers, and I don't blame you for that. This movie really hits its stride at the end. The end in the final battle with all of them working together. In the beginning is just, you see them do some stuff, you see them get their powers, you see them test out their powers, you see them be bitchy at each other, you see them break up, and then you see them come back and take on the bad guy. And oh my god, the bad guy. This movie is responsible, and every other Fantastic Four movie that came later is responsible for misrepresenting the bad guy. Because this, when I first saw this, I'm like, that's Dr. Doom? He kind of sucks. Dude, this metal guy who just shoots lightning at people and wears a dumb metal mask with a green hood? Lame. But then I'm hearing from comic readers and people online saying, no, he's actually a badass. Like, he's a Thanos type of villain in the comics, and we just never had a movie convey and show that. And we definitely didn't get it in the early 2000s, and we certainly didn't get it in 2015. So hopefully later in the future, come on, Kevin Feige, gives us an actual representation of what Dr. Doom is supposed to be and why he's such a great villain. Because as of right now, I'm not impressed.
It's fucking horrendous. Personally, I've never quite seen anything of that fucking bad.
I just wanted to get him off the screen because the build-up wasn't good, the performance wasn't good, and I was just hating to see this over-edgy, weird, comedic metal man on screen. So when they were beating his ass, that was pretty satisfying. They used their combo moves all together with their unique powers. I did like that. But in the end, guys, Fantastic Four 2005 is not a bad watch. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Yeah, you'll have some weird scenes in there, weird dialogue in there, but guys, it's a fun comic book adventure. And I recommend you rewatch it to get ready for the new movie's release. And yes, coming up next, that's when we get into the real dog shit, baby. But as right now, I'm Jesse. Keep it long, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.